Text me and I'll text you back.
Text me and I'll text you back.
Text me then I'll text you back.
You text me then I'll text you back.
Text me then I'll text you back.
TikTok, you don't stop.
I will help you make your paper stack.
Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at now?
205-964-5243.
Yep, yep.
205-964-5243. You know.
Now you know.
What's going on? We're back for episode number 40 of Comps 101. I got my man here, one of the stars of Triple Digit Flip.
You were at the premiere of that, weren't you, Ty?
Oh, yeah. Thanks for the invite. It was
man, are you kidding me? You're one of our closest and most cherished homies, bro. It was beautiful to see you there. You know, I had people that had got to meet you at the premiere, and they messaged me on Instagram, and they were like, "It was so dope that you had Flipman there, man. I've been following him for so long, and he's a hero to me." And it was so cool to see him. And I was like, "Man, this is so dope. Look how cool this is."
Yeah, it was. You know, I had never. Country boy like myself had never been to anything close to an event like that, and just being fortunate enough to have a relationship with you and Pace, is I can't even explain it, man. So, and you know how we met. You know, we talked about it at your house or whatever.
Well, I'm going to be back there actually for the same event.
Yeah, I know, man, but I had also already had something scheduled.
No, you're not going to be there?
No, I'm not.
Where are you going to be?
In Dallas.
Shit.
Yeah,
what are we coming to Birmingham, Alabama, and Ty Flipman ain't going to be in town?
Yeah, I actually thought it was going to be the middle part of the month. I wouldn't have committed to what I, committed to or whatever. So, but what day you all coming? I know it's on the 4th that you all speak. What day you all come? The day before?
Probably the day before, yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's the day I'm actually leaving. All right. But anyway, so let's get to it. I didn't want to hear about that. So we're here to comp some properties, help you guys. The first step to actually wholesaling. Or just real estate investing in general, you got to know the end game. What would the house be worth once you fix it up, aka ARV, which is after repair value. So we got some rules here we like to go over, and Jamil, it's your time.
There we go, guys. These are the appraisal rules that we use here at Comps 101. And why do we use these? Because the buyers that you're going to be dealing with are going to sell their properties to retail. Once they flip the house, they're going to sell it on the retail market, and those retail buyers are going to get loans, and those loans are going to have appraisals. Now, these are the rules that these appraisers use, and that's why it's really important for us to use this, because it'll give us an idea of what our property could be worth once the property has been renovated and sold on the retail market. So, without further ado, what are these rules? When you are comparing two properties, you want to compare two properties that are in the same subdivision. Okay, so do not leave a subdivision when you are comparing properties. And how do you know that you've left a subdivision? Well, first and foremost, if you crossed a major road, you probably left a subdivision. So do not cross any major roads. The second thing is we only want to compare properties that are within plus or minus 200 square feet of each other. Now, guys, this isn't a hard or fast rule. If your subject property and your comparable are 250 square feet different, that's still okay. But I wouldn't go much higher than that. About 250 square feet is about the maximum we want to use in terms of difference between our subject and our comparable. So what do I mean by that? If my subject is 1,000 square feet, then I can look at a comp that's 800 square feet, all the way up to 1,200 square feet. But beyond that, I start to get into a different dollar per square footage, and it doesn't work out any longer. So keep that in mind. Again, we want to compare properties that are the same, right? Apples to apples, oranges to oranges. Meaning, if you have a property that's a single story, compare it to other properties that are single stories. You do not want to compare a single story and a two-story and a two-story to a single story, because they're not the same. And one thing that you want to keep in mind is that it is better to time travel than to leave a subdivision. So if you have to find a comp that's older, say you got to use a comp from 2020 instead of 2021, but you could find it and it was in the same subdivision, use that before you start crossing major roads to try to decide what your property is worth. An appraiser would rather travel in time than cross the road. Now, it's very rare that we have 2 properties that are exactly the same. Sometimes you have a 3-bed, 2-bath, and your property is a 4-bed, 2-bath. How are you going to make the adjustment for the extra bedroom? Well, right here, guys, this is how we do it. A bedroom is worth anywhere between plus or minus 10 to 25,000. A bathroom plus or minus 10 to 1,000. A pool is worth plus or minus 10,000. A garage the same. Carports are worth about plus or minus 5,000. And we try to only compare properties that are within plus or minus 2,500 square feet in lot size. So if I've got a lot of 5,000 square foot, I don't want to compare it to anything too much larger than 7,500 square feet. Beyond that, now we started getting into much larger lots, and that could have a different value guide to it. And then also, if you are siding, backing, or fronting any traffic, commercial, or multifamily, you have to make adjustments. For properties under 350K, siding, fronting, or backing multifamily or traffic could be anywhere between $10,000 to $20,000 in a discount. But once you get into luxury over 500K, it's 10 to 20%. So make sure you're paying attention to that. And last but not least, guys, basements and guest houses are only given 50% of value. So if you have a basement or a guest house, you can't just add that square footage to your total square footage. In fact, many appraisers won't even use basement or additional dwelling units in their square footage. And if they do, the most they'll give you is 50% of that value. Now, let's put this into action.
All right, boom, there we go. So let's get over here and start comping some properties. Starting with Anye Bledsoe, 6948 Evanston Avenue, Indianapolis.
Let's take a look. Can you read that to me one more time, Ty?
6948 Evanston Avenue, Indianapolis. Okay,
we got a 2-bed, possibly a 2-bath, 1,044 square footer in Indianapolis, Indiana. We've got a Zestimate of $151,400. Quick comps on the property show us that number 5, 1, and 2, and 4 are all viable. Number 1 was at 150, much smaller. Number 2, pretty much the same size, sold for 153. Also looks to be in pretty good condition. Number 3 sold at 140. Number 4, 150. And then number 5, which was much smaller, but it is a remodel, sold at 180. So we might be over 180 on this. Let's see what else we can find on the map. Right, here's our subject. It's got a big lot too, Ty.
Okay.
And look at this right over here. We got a 190, 772 on a smaller lot. So that pushes us up over 200 grand. What's this 206? Too large to use. We got a 202. It's a full remodel. 1,830 square feet though. What's our size? 1,044. Can't use that. Interesting, isn't it? We got this 180 here that's 880 square foot. And you can tell it's a remodel, right? Look at this thing. It's beautiful, right? Cute, cute, cute. But then you've got our subject, and it's, about 400 square feet bigger. But then when you get into the 200s, now we're in the 1,800 square feet. So I think you're going to have to call this at 190, Ty. 190 ARV on this one.
Okay. All right. 1127 Harrow Hill Road, Hopkins, South Carolina. HORRELL. 1127.
Got it. 1127 Hammond Hill Road in Hopkins, South Carolina is a 4-bed, 2-bath, 2664 square footer. There is no Zestimate. But the quick comps all appear to be on the other side of the freeway. That's no fun. Number one, though, that looks pretty viable. Sold at 180. Let's look at it. Let's look at it. Let's look at inside of it.
It had a just update. It had a failed listing at 63,000 back in March of this year. So just a heads up.
So they tried to sell it for 63,000 and couldn't.
That's tough.
That's tough, right? So let's see what. Yeah, there it is. Listed. Ty, look at this. They've been trying to sell this since March of 2020.
Wow. What's the deal? Something is missing here. What's the deal?
Something's going on here.
It's a huge lot. Well, all of them are though. It's sitting on what is this? Almost 2.5 acres, I think, or more. Let me see exactly. Yeah, 2.68 acres.
You know, Ty, I think based off of what's been sold around here, you've got sales at 30. On the other side of the freeway, it gets much higher, but on this side of the freeway, it's not. You've got sales at 10, 20, 30, 8. You know, okay, there's a 180 here. That's the one that we saw on Dr. Drive. I think you got to buy this for straight land value, Ty.
Okay, I'm gonna reduce the size of the property over here. I came up with a few more comps once I reduced the square footage a little bit, but it's still same thing. They're all across that main street there, except let me see. There's one. Well, there's actually two of them. One of interesting enough, one of them is it sold back in May for $442,000, but the lot is 871,000 square feet. So how many? What is that? 20 acres?
Yeah.
so that's a difference. And then one sold for 30. You know, so it's all over the board. It's interesting. So what do you think? You know, I guess we got to give them something.
I think you should be trying to lock that thing up at around 20 grand.
Okay, boom. Because it was on the market for 63 and didn't sell. Then that tells you everything you need to know.
Yep.
Boom. All right. Okay, so let's go to the next one here. All right, let's go to Illinois.
Let's do Ty a favor and smash the like button on that.
Will Delgado. Astro student is what he has it titled here.
Boom. You know, I was just in Chicago.
Really? Okay.
I just got back this morning.
Really? Okay. All right. The well, I said Chicago. I said it's Illinois. 270 North Woodland Drive, Mount Prospect, Illinois.
Okay. Here we have 4 days on Zillow, 159 list price, 5-bed, 2-bath, 2,000 square foot in Mount Prospect, sitting on a 3rd-acre lot. You can either tear down or build or develop. That's what the agent is saying on the listing. Let's see if there's a listing history. This is built in 43. Sounds to me like this is going to be a tear down. Now, here's what's up. They bought it in 2019 for $145. And then try to sell it in 2021 for $150 or for $200. They couldn't in August. And then they changed the price from $199 to $160. So these guys, they've got some motivation here. Okay, what I read out of this is motivation. And they might be willing to lose money at this point. So let's see what you need to contract this in order for this to make sense.
They got 16 other properties too. It was purchased as an REO back in August. It's active now, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Here's a beautiful remodel that sold for $266. So Ty, you know, you'd be over. I think 270 is the number, honestly.
270. Okay.
270. Let's see if we can get up a little higher than that. One sec. Maybe. You got a 350 here for, when was this built? '57. So depending on what you did here, Ty, you could really do some interesting things. I don't necessarily think you need to tear this thing down, but if you did tear it down, you could rebuild new and probably sell it around 350. Or you could take the existing structure and probably renovate it and sell it around somewhere around 270. What's the best play? I'm not certain, but what I can tell you is that you got to buy this thing pretty deep in order for that to make sense. So if you're going to look at it as a tear down, if we're going to go to 350, 20% of that means you should be buying this lot at, 25%. You should be buying the lot at around 90K. If you're looking at it as a full gut for 270, you could probably go up to about 108. So I think that you need to be somewhere in this property between 90 to 110.
Okay. All right. Let's go to Alexandria VA, Virginia.
Okay.
5118 Fairbanks Avenue. 5118 Fairbanks Avenue, Alexandria.
Cool. Looks like we got maybe a 2-bed, 2-bath, 810 square footer. The Zestimate on it is $708,000 for this tiny little box. The quick comps on it show us some pretty high sales, but for much more, well, not much bigger houses. There's a sale at $680 for a 1,020 square footer. $680 is going to be the highest we got. Between 580 and 680, that's a huge range. Let's look at the map. Here's our subject. Wow, look at that. 760 sale from 2018. This got to be a nice little pocket in Virginia. I think they're going to need to tear this little thing down and build a new house, or completely add on to what's already there. But you can see this, Ty, the pricing gets pretty crazy up here. So knowing that, what would you need to buy this lot at or buy this land at in order for this to make sense? You got a fairly big lot here. So here's a house that is in very livable condition for the same size around that sold at 590. So I'd want to use that as my ARV to get an idea of what I need to buy this house at. Okay, so 590 is my ARV based on not even say 5. It's tough because you got to give it some value for the land too. Yeah, let's call it 600. You got 600 there for the land and that tiny little house that's there right now, and you probably could offer them about 450 on this, and this would still be a deal. 450, Ty, would be my offer number.
Okay. All right, let's go to Toledo.
Okay.
2022 Chase Street, Toledo, Ohio.
(2022) Chase Street, Toledo, Ohio is a 6-bed, 2-bath, 2586 square footer. No Zestimate on it. Multifamily. Do we know the rents? We need the rents.
Need the rents. Yep. How big is that? Yeah, 2,500 square feet. Almost 26. Yeah, we would need to know that. Who posted that for? Keystone Property Solutions. All right, so let's go to all right, let's go to Gaffney, South Carolina, 207 Magnolia Street. 207 Magnolia Street. 207 Magnolia.
And where is that?
Gaffney, South Carolina. Gaffney, South Carolina.
(207 Magnolia Street, Gaffney, South Carolina, 4-bed, 1-bath, 1624 square footer. Zillow's Zestimate on it is 77,000. Quick comps show us that number 5, 2, 3, and 1 are viable. Number 1 is 65. Number 2 looks like 94, and it's pretty similar, but a little bit bigger. We've got a 66. We've got a 93. So the 94 we can't use. So really we've got a 65 and we've got this 94 that's much larger. So I'd say quick comps are showing us somewhere in the 70s, which is in line with this Zestimate. Let's look at the map and see what we can find. Here we are. Here's our subject. Yeah, so we're going to be in between 94 and 66. I think that's going to take us to 75. So the Zestimate was right on the money. 75 ARV. That's a single story. Maybe 80, Ty. Maybe 80. 80.
Okay. All right. Let's go to Kansas City. 8306 East 92nd Street. 8306 East 92nd Street.
Four-bed, 1.5-bath, 1688 square footer in Kansas City, Missouri. Zillow's estimate on it is 124,800. Quick comp show us 1 and 2 could be viable. showing 160s and 180s, 130s, sorry. Let's look at the map. Oh, non-disclosure. Let's see what things are listed for. That'll give us an understanding. Well, we're going to need to go to batch. Excuse me. All right.
Bless you.
Thank you, sir. 1962 build, 1688 square footer, 4-bed, 1-bath, sitting on a near 7,000 square foot lot, single story house. Looks like there could be stairs there, though. What else do we got? All right, let's look at the comps here. Here's a beauty at 166, smaller than our subject, very similar. So that pushes us up to about 170. Let's see if we can find anything higher than that. Doesn't look like we can. Ooh, there's a 181. Single story, can't use it. So we're still at 170. This one's a little larger, but very similar house. Looks to be a remodel, and it's sold at 190, Ty. So I would say you're probably safe to call this a 180 house. 180.
Okay. All right, let's go to DC. 221 Oglethorpe Street. Tawana Spurgeon. 221 Oglethorpe Street.
Spell that.
Oglethorpe is spelled Oglethorpe.
And where is that?
Washington, Northeast, Washington, D.C.
Got it. Ooh, didn't like that address.
We'll just double check it.
I'll check it on Zillow.
Okay.
Got it. 2-bed, 1-bath, 1237 square foot in Washington, D.C. The Zestimate on it is 445.
It failed back in August of 2020 at 405. A failed listing. It was on the market 123 days.
Yep. Now that was height of Corona time, so possibly could be the reason why. Quick comps show us everything except number 2 is viable. 1, 4, 5, and 3. Number 1 sold at 469. 3 sold at 435. 4 went to 530. Looks to be remodeled. 5 is so 530 so far is where this kind of could land. Let's see if we could get some sales. There it is. 530 Ty.
Okay.
530 fully remodeled. Model match.
All right. Let's go to St. Louis, 5926 Garche Avenue. Garesche. I think I'm saying it right. How do you pronounce that?
Garesh. 5926 Garesh Avenue, St. Louis, Missouri. 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 779 square footer. There's no Zillow estimate on it. I think St. Louis is non-disclosure. Is that right?
That's right.
So we're going to need to go to batch.
5926.
Okay. 779 square footer. Maybe a 2-bed, 1-bath. Small lot. I mean, there's so many low sales over here, Ty.
Mm.
I don't think you want to buy this for more than, 10 to 15,000 bucks. Just based off what I can see here.
Okay.
Yeah. 10 to 15K.
10 to 15K. Okay. Let's go to San Antonio.
Okay.
507. It's another non-disclosure, Texas. 507 Westfall Avenue, number 1, San Antonio.
$1915 built, 1,012 square foot, 2-bed, 1-bath. Looks like they bought it in 2018 for 105. Batch's value estimate is 155. 7,500 square foot roof or square foot lot. It's got a metal roof. That's interesting. Looks to be boarded up. All right, let's see what it could be worth. Ty, can you do a double close in Birmingham, Alabama, where they use the buyer's funds to close your A to B transaction?
Yes.
So you don't necessarily need transactional funding down there.
No.
Okay. Okay, you got some 220s. You got a couple in the threes that don't make sense to me. I don't understand how or why. It's a beautiful remodel at 2 1/4. I'm gonna say the ARV on this thing is probably about 240. Ty, 240.
Okay. All right. Let's look up. Says 236 and 238, but we'll just say 238 Carroll Street, Hammond, Indiana. 238 Carroll Street.
Carroll is spelled
Carroll.
Where is that?
Hammond, Indiana.
Okay. 238 Carroll Street, Hammond, Indiana.
Says it's an apartment, so I guess it's a duplex or something.
Yes, it
Well,
is.
it's probably it may be more than that because
Yeah, it's a fourplex. We need some rents, guys. Rents.
we need rents on that one. Sorry. All right. Let's go to Warner Robins, Georgia. Miss Christy Russell, 115 Mary Valley Drive.
And where is this again?
Christy, I'm sorry, Warner Robins, Georgia, 115 Mary Valley Drive.
$115 Marie Valley Drive, Warner Robins, Georgia, is a 3-bed, 2-bath, 1960 square foot, listed at $112 for sale by owner. They dropped the price $26,000 in September. Been available 43 days. Looks like a wholesaler selling it. Judging by the views and the saves, it's overpriced. Let's see. So we got a 152. Got a 154. I think 160 is where it lands, Ty.
Okay.
I think you got to be at like at least. Where's Warner Robins, Georgia?
It's
It's in central Georgia. Population of 80,000.
Yeah, it's south of Atlanta. I think. Well, it's at east of Atlanta. Where's it looking? Yeah, like southeast of Atlanta. Yeah.
So I feel like, with that said,
The population there is 76,000.
If we got about a 160, you probably want to be at about 45. I'd offer them 80 grand on this thing. 80,000.
Okay. All right, let's go to New Jersey, East Orange, New Jersey. 100 Beach Street, Beech. 100 Beach Street, East Orange, New Jersey.
$100 Beach Street, East Orange, New Jersey. We don't know how many bed or bath, but it's 2667 square feet. I'm going to imagine at least a 4.2. Zillow's estimate is 356.
It's a duplex.
It's a duplex. Do we have rents, guys? Rents.
Gotta have rents. Rents. Go to the next one. Let's go to Kentucky. Oh wow. All right. 916 Western Avenue, Covington, Kentucky.
Okay, we got a 2-bed, 1-bath, 1,200 square foot, tiny little box in Covington, Kentucky. They got it for sale by owner at $39,000. Been available 2 days. So that's good. They said it requires a full rehab. Located in Lewisburg District. Home has been gutted. Home has been gutted. Okay, let's see what it could be worth.
Got a few comps here.
I feel like I can see 70, Ty. What do you see on yours?
Yeah, I was looking at the cash sales in there, but they're all over the place. I see 20, 37, 77, 47, 120, sort of all over the place. I see, wow. See, I don't see a lot of year built, so it's sort of hard to tell what's what here.
I think you're safe going with a 70K ARV, but I think you need to buy this at 30% of that.
Well, it was listed. I know that was a year ago, but in June of 2020, it was listed for 20,000 and it failed on the market for 65 days. Again, that was a different time or whatever. So I don't know if that helps.
I think 20 is the highest you can pay. The highest.
Now they paid 10,000 for it back in January of this year.
So
that means everything,
right? Maybe offer 15.
yeah. All right. Okay, guys, we'll do a couple more. Let me see what we got. You got Yo Mama Boyfriend. I guess she's a Astro flipper.
What's her name? Yo Mama Boyfriend?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I guess it's a dude. All right, so let's go to where is this? I guess Massachusetts. 304 Hillburg, Brockton, Massachusetts.
Got it. Yo Mama Boyfriend.
This is Jessica Innocent.
Oh, Jessica. She's dope. I love Jessica. What's up, Jessica? She sent in a house at 304 Hillburg Ave in Brockton, Massachusetts. It's a 4-bed, 2-bath, 1462 square footer, listed at $364.
Is this outside of Boston somewhere or?
Yeah,
Okay, it's an active listing 364. I guess you see that.
it's active. Yeah, you're right. It is for 118 days. Oh my gosh,
You ever been to Boston before?
love it.
Okay, all right.
You?
No, I haven't.
Beautiful city.
Okay.
Built in 1988, sitting on a 5778 square foot lot. It's a single family, been available forever. So that tells us that it's overpriced. Also, the views are low for the number of days and the saves even lower. Let's see what we can find. But the property values out there, Ty, are crazy.
Oh yeah. It's one of those cities. That's a good thing if you.
Yep. There's a 375 remodel from 19, but that tells you, maybe it's gone up to 4. There we go, 390, and that's what's the condition of this one? It's original, so maybe we can look above 400 if we can find one. That's a 2-story. That's not going to work. You got no parking. I mean, this could be a pretty decent house. I think you could get to about a 420 ARV, but it's going to need everything. So at 420, I'd be offering them 295, 300 max for this one. Max. So they're about 65K overpriced.
Wow. Oh. Okay. All right, guys. We got quite a few in. If you didn't get your properties comped, see us next week. So before we get out of here, got to hear from our sponsors, and here they are.
What's cracking? I'm Jamil Damji, and I was looking for Ask Flip Man all over the internet. I could not find this man to save my life. I was tracking him down, and then I figured out I could skip trace him. And where did I skip trace him at? Skip2flip.com. Skip2flip.com. What do you want to tell him?
He overpaid. You don't have to overpay by simply using the code FLIPMAN.
Use code FLIPMAN, guys. 15 cents skips. Skip2flip.com.
I wanted to pull up your channel really quick to make sure they can see the what's the name. Let me share it. Share screen. Boom. All right, here's Jamil's channel right here, guys.
There you go.
There he is.
Give me a subscribe, guys. I comp on my page too. If you ever want to check out some of my content, I'm there. Appreciate you, Ty.
All right, no problem, guys. So we'll try to reconvene hopefully next Sunday.
Yes, sir.
And anything you want to share before we go?
Just keep at it, guys. This is it. Understanding value is going to get you the gold. Keep trying.
All right, boom. So as I always like to say, we'll see you guys on the flip side.
Flip man. It's the flip man. You want some money in your hand? Flipping houses without credit.